Hey guys, Scott here with Trilogy Talk, and it's spring. And what does spring mean? Spring means rain. Rain is going to come whether we want it to in the spring or not. So my goal here is to help you be prepared for those rainy conditions. Casually, tournaments, doesn't really matter the scenario. Being prepared for the rain is a huge deal. A lot of people show up to tournaments not even really looking at the weather ahead, which is the first step. You need to know what kind of conditions you're getting ready to play and to go into, again, whether it's casual tournaments. There are two rules of thoughts I have on preparing, and none of these are in any specific order or of importance. They're just two things that I make sure I pay attention to. One, I pay attention to myself. What do I need for me, not my game, not my equipment, for me to be prepared to play in the rain? And then what does my equipment need? So two major things that I have to pay attention to. So if I'm paying attention to me, first thing I need to make sure is that I have clothes. Have a rain jacket, have something to protect you if you're comfortable wearing that. Have something to protect you. Shoes, socks, you're going to play in your round. After a round, sometimes even those early morning conditions with non-rain will affect your shoes and your socks. So go have extra shoes. Have extra shoes, have extra socks, and not only have them for changing in between rounds, but make sure you have some for after the round, because your feet are going to be cold, your feet are going to be wet, they're going to prune up, and there's nothing more uncomfortable than to sit in those conditions for hours, even after a round. Get out of those conditions, be comfortable, have a couple pairs. Sometimes if I go to a tournament, it's raining, I will have 2-3 pairs of socks, a pair of sandals, 4 or 5 pairs, or 3, 4, 5 pairs of socks, 1 or 2 pairs of shoes, sandals. I prepared clothing, even underneath my rain clothing, I'll have extra pants, extra t-shirt, things like that. So, and then next we have our equipment. One of the first things I like to do is make sure I bring a baggie, and I'm showing this to you because the wind here wants to blow it away. But I'll bring a baggie. In the baggie, simple things like a scorecard, but also more important, if you carry your wallet or any kind of money during the round, your cell phone, anything you don't want to get wet, make sure you have one. Do not rely on the tournament director to have that for you. So, and next, your bag. Some bags have rain flies. If you have a rain fly for it, use it. Whether it's a Ranger bag or a luxury bag or a Zuka cart, if you have the ability for a rain fly, use it. Use a trash bag if it doesn't come with one or you don't have one. Trying to keep your equipment as dry as possible is going to help you out a lot in the long run, all right? Towels. Towels are pretty important. One of the most important things I like to do in towels is I like to bag them individually. And the reason I like to bag them individually is because when they get wet and we use them, we tend to put them back on top of the dry ones, and our dry ones then become wet. So I bag these individually, I put them in my bag, so that way when I'm done with one being wet, I have the ability to separate it. An umbrella. One of the cool things that I really like about an umbrella, some people don't utilize, obviously we want to use the umbrella to keep things from being wet, but there are little entrapments up here. So one of the things I like to do is I like to take my umbrella with the carabiner clip. I'll come up here. I attach it right up into there. That way I don't have to hold it. It's not sitting down in here. If I have to, I'll wrap it up, or I'll put it up into here a little bit, tie it so it stays into there. So when I am done with my hole, I'm getting ready to get my next shot ready. I'm set up, whether I'm on the ground with the umbrella or whether I'm using it on the cart. But I have right here, I can take it down, I can use it to dry off my discs, my hands, whatever I need to do. But utilizing this top piece of an umbrella is a great tool. Okay, another big thing I like to use are dirt bags. Dirt bags are really good to keep your hands dry, to absorb some of that water that's on the discs, so when you wipe them off it doesn't smear. But not just the dirt bag, it's really cool, is a whalesacs dirt bag. I am not sponsored by whalesacs, so this is really my personal opinion on these. And the biggest thing is it's not so much the sack itself, it's how the sack is made with the strap. So same thing, I can do just like I want to with my umbrella or my towel. I can tie it right here. So instead of having the bag, which I love these bags, the amount of powder they put on, I use a lot during the dry season or when my hands sweat type of season. But if it's really raining, if any dirt bag gets wet, it doesn't work too well. But if you can keep it isolated, so up here, so same thing, I can now do what I need to do, dry my hands, get that, and it's out of the conditions. Again, utilizing the umbrella and everything that I have here. So rain jacket, extra clothes, shoes, socks, Towels in a separate bag to keep them separated. A plastic baggie for your important valuables, scorecards, wallets, cell phones. Towels that you can hang up, make sure you have a carabiner clip for it. Dirt bags that are in a bag, or a whale sack that you can put up top here. So again, those are some basic things that I like to use for myself to be prepared for the rain. If you have something I didn't mention, put it in the comments for us all to learn. So until next time, keep sharing this trilogy love with the world. See ya.